Hi guys, how is it going here? Proverb here, back with another video. And real quick, before I get into it, I just want to say real quick, I'm by no means an expert on this topic, but recently I've been working really hard on improving my productivity, getting more organized, and taking care of myself. I just want to share a few of these tips that have been helping me out a lot recently and kind of put those out in a video for you guys as well. So real quick, the title says it all, but the topic of this video is going to be how to get organized and reduce some of the stress that's going on in your life today. Why is this relevant? Well, according to a new study done by the Gallup poll, approximately 60% of Americans feel stress on a daily basis. Now that's a lot of people, and I have definitely fallen into that category these past few months, and living on my own with a lot of work and everything going on recently due to COVID and etc. Alright, so how does this work? What causes stress, and how does disorganization and a kind of a lack of control play into feeling more stressed throughout your day-to-day life? Well, for a lot of people, the feeling of stress is easily caused by a lack of control, a feeling of uncertainty or helplessness, and being overwhelmed in day-to-day life. Most of you are probably a lot like me in that you're extremely busy. You may be going to school full-time, or you may be working 40, 50 hours a week, and you get home, you don't really have a lot of energy or ambition to go out and accomplish the things that you want to get done and see yourself doing in the day-to-day outside of those things. So how does organization play into that? Well, being organized will allow you to accomplish a lot more. It'll remove a lot of those things that are stressing you out throughout your day-to-day life. A lot of things that kind of get on my nerves aren't really like big things that are crazy out there. Most of them just happen to be like small little things that add up throughout the day. For instance, if I wake up and I've got a pile of laundry in the corner of my room, and I eat a quick breakfast and now the dishes are out or something as I rush out the door, I get home and all those things start to kind of weigh in the back of my mind. I don't really think about them consciously, but in the back of my mind they're there, and they're causing me to lose some of my motivation to accomplish other things throughout the day as well. So how are we going to take care of that? Well, one of the things I've found and that I've just started doing recently is to make a plan. That's the first step that we're going to focus on. So what I do when I was just starting out was I would take 3 easy things that I needed to clean up just around the house. Stupid little chores that I probably should have done already, but I just been kind of putting off and hadn't done yet. So I wrote these down. I made a quick little list of 3 little things. I chose doing a load of laundry, ran a load through the dishwasher, and I put away some of my shoes and kind of neatened them up in my closet a little bit. 3 very simple little things. All you gotta do is just write those down right now, and we'll get on to part 2. The second thing I wanted to do when I was just starting this was I wanted to pick a couple of things that were maybe a little bit bigger, not so simple, but that I had been kind of putting off and that had kind of been just sitting in the back of my mind that I knew I needed to do, but I was either feeling like a little bit lazy that day, or I just wasn't feeling very motivated, or I was just plain and simply nervous about going and doing those things and putting myself out there. First one I chose was really stupid. I really had no reason to not do this. I just hadn't yet. My debit card was expiring at the end of this month, and I hadn't received a new one yet, which they're supposed to send you a new one, but they hadn't gotten it to me yet. So I've been kind of putting it off, but I was like, you know what, I need to take care of this, so I wrote it down. That was one of my things. The other thing I needed to do was just mow the lawn. The grass has been growing a little bit, so I wrote down, okay, take care of debit card and mow the lawn. Those were 2 slightly bigger things. Again, not a super big deal, nothing crazy, but they've been kind of just sitting there and they needed to get done. Now for the third thing I wanted to accomplish, I wanted to pick something a little bit bigger, something that I could kind of work towards, maybe not so much something that has been stressing me out in the day-to-day, but more like a mission I could work on and stay focused for it to accomplish. Now for me personally, I wanted to choose working on this channel. I decided to put a lot more time and effort into the quality of my content and spend a lot more time planning out how my videos were going to look, researching how to edit, how to keep them interesting, and spending time learning how to grow my channel in the way that I saw it was fit. So that was my kind of long-term goal. Not really something in my day-to-day, but something I could work towards and keep pushing for. And finally, I wanted to pick something really simple and easy that I would reward myself at the end of the day if I accomplished these things. For me, it was something simple. All I did was I just decided, okay, if I accomplish what I feel satisfied with on here, I'm just gonna go grab some dessert, chill out, watch some YouTube for a little bit, and call it a night. So once I had this list written down and I could visualize it and kind of see what I had to do, the next thing I went and did was I accomplished the first 3 easy things. So for me, again, it was just some laundry, some dishes, neatening up a little bit. It could be whatever for you, it could just be, wiping down your desk, putting away some papers that are kind of thrown about your room. You know, whatever it needs to be, super quick, easy, just to clean up and kind of get yourself motivated, number one, to move on to more and bigger tasks, but also to kind of relieve some of that stress that you're feeling around you just by having a neater space to work in. The next thing I went on to was the second section. Now again, like I said, there's only 2 options there. Slightly bigger one, I decided to just focus on one of those and get one of those done for the day. Again, if you're like me, you only have so much time in a day. So I decided that the important one was just get the debit card taken care of. So yeah, I just gave them a quick call, and turns out it was super easy. They were already supposed to send me one, but they just hadn't yet for whatever reason, so they sent me one, and now that's on the way, and I've got that all taken care of, and I don't have to think about that in my mind, number one, and number two, I can feel good about myself because I got that taken care of. Now, the last one, the big ambitious goal that we've set for ourselves, again, for me, is this channel, working on this, not only growth, but improving my content and working on myself as a creator. Now, for you, it could be whatever, you know. Maybe you feel like you're a little bit out of shape and you want to go and kind of try to trim up and, you know, lose some of that weight. Maybe you've got a race coming up you want to train for. You want to redesign a room in your house or something, create an office space to work in or something like that. A little bit more ambitious, bit bigger of a goal to work towards. Now, instead of trying to tackle all of that in one day, you know, you're not going to go out and train for a 5K and do all your training in one day, obviously. This channel isn't going to grow to 1,000 subscribers overnight, but what you can do to start out is create a plan for yourself. Start by identifying every single obstacle that's going to get in your way. What do I need to do? Okay, if I'm trying to break 30 minutes on a 5K, what pace do I need to set? Okay, how am I going to be able to set this pace? Am I going to get tired? Am I able to run fast enough? You know, how am I going to keep my energy up throughout the race? If you're trying to lose 10 pounds by, you know, the end of 2 months, okay, how much weight do I need to lose each week? Do I need to change my eating habits? What is that going to look like? And now write this down. Write down your obstacles, how you're going to accomplish those, and then schedule out time to complete each of those. So for me, maybe like spending half an hour a day scrolling through, learning how to edit certain techniques or something like that, you know, spending extra time, you know, maybe 20 minutes before each video on planning out each step of the video and what I'm going to cover in that topic. And that's all for that final step. But once you've got that all taken care of, you've scheduled it out, you've written down what you need to do, and you have that set somewhere where you can go back and look at it and focus on it throughout the day or throughout, you know, as you're crossing by, and take a look at it to remind yourself of what you need to get done to complete that goal, then you can take a break for that day. Again, like I said, set up a little goal for yourself once you've completed all these things and you've kind of got the ball rolling. For me, like I said, it was, you know, just getting some dessert. Maybe it's going out and seeing that movie you wanted to see, going for a quick jog or a walk, whatever you do to find enjoyment, you know, playing a song on the guitar, sitting out there and just reading a book out on the lawn, or whatever it is for you. Go out and do that and reward yourself with that. And honestly, odds are, after completing your list throughout the day and you can go back and look on that, you're going to feel a lot better about taking those, you know, half hour, an hour, whatever it is to watch that movie or go do that thing. You're gonna feel a lot more motivated. Number one, because you don't have to think about all those things that you have to get done that you haven't been yet, and you're not gonna feel, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad person for not doing these things. You can feel accomplished and good about yourself. And number two, you earned that reward for yourself, and it's just gonna feel a whole lot better in the end once you've accomplished all those things. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys stick around for more content. I'm gonna keep trying to post videos as often as I can, at least once a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, depending on, you know, how much time I have and the type of videos I'm making. If you guys did like it, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Help support me on my goals as I work towards these things. And if you have suggestions for future videos or other topics or just any random idea you want me to go do, leave it in a comment and I'll be sure to respond to that and probably make a video on it in the coming weeks. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and peace!